Hi. Who's here? Somebody's here. Andromeda's here. Of course she would be here. She's one of the most active chatters. I'm eating bean soup that I made that I can't have anymore. Navy bean soup. I can't have beans. I'm eating it up because I put so much energy into making it, but I won't be making it anymore. Okay. What was it you said yesterday or the other day? You said something really important. Now I can't remember what it is. Sorry to be eating in your face. This might be my last live stream in this house, and I have to go back in my car. Anybody want a bite? Okay, so what's good today? We just wanted to talk about. Maybe wait till there's a couple more. Maybe, probably can have it if it's fermented. Do you know how to make them? That's something new for me to get into, fermented foods, which I've never done. Well, besides maybe kombucha or stuff like that, but I haven't even. I was going to make sauerkraut. How do you ferment the beans? Do you do that? Sorry. Um, I should have came on earlier, but I end up helping the lady here. Wait, I'm gonna shoot. Is that wind light coming through too much there? I don't know if that's better or worse. Is that better? Is that any better? Oh, like hummus. Okay. I'll have to try that because I like stuff with garlic. So anyway, I just was helping the lady who I'm renting from bury her cat, Gracie. She's like 15 or 16 years old. And she was the sweetest thing. She used to come and lay with me and hang with me and sleep with me and lay on me, sleep on me. So we just buried her out in the backyard. I watched her last night as she was dying. It was sad. She's so tiny too. She was down to like only 5.5 pounds. So she didn't weigh very much. Yeah, maybe I can, well, I'll have to find out. I was trying to sprout mung beans and they wouldn't sprout. Unless that means they're old or something. Yeah, I once Yeah, well, she did purr a lot because I gave her massages and massaged her jaw and her like pineal gland. Or they like that when you hit their head really hard. They love it. They keep coming back for more. So I'll miss her. The other lady didn't think we should throw dirt on her. We buried her in the ground. She wanted to bury her with rosary beads because she's Catholic, like the cat would want that. Yeah, that's why they say it. It's very calming. Okay. So who else is here that ain't talking? Letting Andromeda do all the talking. She's a good talker, though. She talks some good stuff. She seems to know a lot for such a young person about food, especially with what's going on now. You need to have like fermented food. Thank you, Erin. She's in peace now, though. I could tell she was dying from when I first got here. I could tell that she was not going to last very long. And I'm going to be leaving here tomorrow. So she just died right before I left. And I stayed with her through last night to comfort her. But then I kind of backed away a little bit. I was still near her outside. But I didn't want to get too close to her. I wanted her to have her space to make her transition. Taxiderm. I taxidermied. I guess that would be right. They get their animals stuffed. I don't think I would want to do that. But I told my daughter that's how I want to be buried. I want my daughter to just put me in the ground, dig a hole. I don't even need a box or coffin or nothing. Just throw me in the hole. And don't be sad, be happy, dance and laugh and have a good time. Dance on my grave. I don't want no big old funeral or no cremation or anything like that. Who knows what they do with your organs? I mean, that's such money-making crap. Like, who needs it? I mean, you don't even need to be in a box. But I don't think my daughter, she doesn't want to do that. I guess she'd rather pay a lot of money to have somebody else do it for her. Okay, I'm almost done. Sorry. I'm done. Okay, now I can focus on you guys. That, what did he do? He used his taxidermist to put his cat on a flying drone. Oh my God. Was the cat alive or dead while they were doing that? My daughter she just turned 30 on the summer solstice on the 21st of June. So she is dead, okay. I mean, who knows? Maybe you meant the cat was alive and flying around like a crazy cat. But that's still not really the greatest thing, I guess. I don't know why you would do that. They put it on YouTube too. I was even thinking about filming Gracie dying and struggling like to stay alive. But I just thought, no, that's not right to do that. It's be like I don't know, it was like an invasion or something. I didn't even want to be that close to her. I wanted to give her space to just check out. I just kept telling her, go fly away, Gracie, go fly. And then said, tell God hi for me when you get to heaven. Well, she's not being insensitive. It was the guy who did it. She's the guy she's talking about. She's not the taxidermist, I don't think. It might be like people would be offended by that, I guess, if they saw that, especially if they're PETA people. But I don't think I would want to do that. Okay, trying to get myself situated here. Yeah, if it's his own cat, I don't know. I'm kind of like conflicted about having pets because are we taking them out of their natural environment and forcing them into our life, and we're already in an artificial kind of environment, and then we put our pets into that too? I think it's awful that animals get like housebound. They can't even go out, like cats. They can only be inside cats. I don't think that's right. But, people aren't really that considerate of their animals and pets. And some of the food they feed them is horrendous. Like, I don't believe you should give them that kibble because that, like, it dehydrates them so bad. You got to give them lots of water and hope they drink it. But just think about it. It's just, and then people, these preppers promoting this food for people is like basically kibble for people that's dehydrated, and it's gonna just suck all your moisture out of your own body. People need to start cutting back on their diet, like not eat so much, because when the food shortages start, people are gonna lose their minds because so many people are addicted to food. As they talk about drug addicts and make fun of them for being addicts when they're addicts too. They're addicted to food. It's just a different substance, but the food is chemicals too. There is poisoning in the food. So why wouldn't they be addicted to it? And then you try to go without food. People can't even go 1 or 2 days without food. Wow, you had that for 19 years? A cat? That's a pretty long time, I think. Because if you figure it's for every one of you, like 7 years of ours equals 1 year for them. So a cat that is like 15 years old would be like 75. And then if she was 16, you add another 7 onto that, she'd be like 82. And the other thing is that her sister is still alive. They were born together and raised together. And now the other cat is acting kind of strange, like she knows something happens, but she doesn't know quite yet what it is. We don't think. I don't know, but she's acting like disoriented, like she's in tune with the loss of her sister. Hi, Liquid. What's up with you? What are you telling? Don't tell her to leave. Why are you telling her to leave? No, she's not. Well, she can say what she wants, and then if people, I mean, she's not being directly um, doing anything on purpose to hurt me. I don't think. Okay, I'm gonna have to wear my glasses because I can't read these. No, she's not. She's not trolling. She's here all the time. So she's not trolling. Thank you. I think I did show her like once at least. You don't know if anybody ever saw her. She was so tiny. She only weighed like, well, when she started, she was like 6.5 pounds, and then she got up to a little over 7, and then after that she just started going back down, and then she got down to like 5.5 pounds. She was so light, and all her bones were sticking out, and she was just, you could tell she was dying. I mean, she was dying for the last month and a half at least, almost 2 months. But then in the last few days, she really, you could see. And then yesterday, she couldn't even, she was out on the grass, just literally dying there. She couldn't even pick herself up, and you could see all her, like, she was all decrepit, like she couldn't even lift her head. A couple times she did like lift up and like struggled, and then she just rolled over and fell over again. She did that a few times, and then she died right about midnight. Come on, she's trying to be nice to you, so just back off a little bit. She's not doing anything wrong. Yeah, well, she lived a good long life. I mean, she was so friendly, and so she just was just so loving and caring. She just laid with me all the time. Laid on my feet, laid on my legs, laid on my neck, wherever she went, just laid on me everywhere. She was little, tiny, so she could fit anywhere on me. Not that I'm so big. Thank you. I don't think, maybe, I don't know what your issue is, what's happening there, but I think you just let it go and let's do something fun. What do you want to talk about instead? We won't talk about cat drones anymore. I wouldn't do that, and I wouldn't advise anybody else to do that. But I don't think she was advocating it. She just mentioned it. So I think you can kind of let it go. Well, she's in a better place now. She was suffering for like weeks and, weeks and getting weaker every week. Weak, Week. And now she's in the ground, and she's got a nice clean grave. We put some stones on it and fixed it up real nice. Okay, thank you. So anyway, I don't know when I'll get to do another live stream because I'm probably going to be leaving tomorrow. If I had so many things happen to me trying to get packed up and out of here. My car died because I left the key. I thought it seemed like it was going to rain, so I put the windows up, and I left the key on in the ignition, like part way on, and then it was like that all night, and so then it had a dead battery in the morning, so got that fixed. Thank you, Joe. No, I'm going to talk about it. A cat that I love just died. Why wouldn't I talk about it? You are just, okay, what if I make, no, he's a troll. It's obvious because every time he comes on, he does this, right? So he's just trying to disrupt everything. There's TB. Hi, TB. We need you. I think we're going to have a troll here, maybe. We'll see if he keeps going. See what Carl's saying? So we're going to have to get rid of Carl, I think, because he just wants to instigate stuff and try to get me to react. He's already being a troll. It's obvious. See what he's saying about you now? Maybe we should just get rid of this person. Do I have to do it? I'll do it. Who wants to do it? Then why is he saying this? He's calling you a disease. Oh, I'm okay with it. I'm fine with it. I mean, she's all buried, and I'm so grateful she's out of pain and not suffering. No, there's not. Oh, I got an email from from Royce from the ROTC, and I had a private discussion with him, which I won't really talk about here, but it's something I wanted to talk to him about, and he did respond. He sent me an email, which he hasn't responded to yet, but it did, I did talk about who wanted to know that, or do you have any input? Oh no, it's Teddy Scamagetti. Nobody's bad or good. I'm not saying that Merce is bad. He might have a problem that he could get help with if he wants. I don't know. I know a very little bit about the silver mind control. What about it? So I have no real plans. All I'm gonna do is thanks for your prayers. Oh, thanks for stopping by, Aaron, and thanks for your kind words. I guess I'm gonna just get in my car and just drive away, just like I did before, and just I have to go away from this area anyway to get away from the 5G and the frequencies here. So wherever that takes me, so it'll be out further in the county, further away, where it's more like farmland and stuff. Because there's a lot of dairy farms around here. There's a lot of berry and dairy. Okay, Teddy, you got to tell us about the aerokinesis then. Well, I want you guys to help enlighten each other and me and every. Aaron, is that you that emailed me? Is that the same Aaron? Okay, so it is you then, right? I was gonna send you another email. I did call you, but I realized you would rather have me email you since I can't text. I don't have a smartphone. But I think I might come there since I don't have anywhere to be. I might just, because I have another friend in Oregon I could go visit. So I may head that way. Uh, I don't know how far it is, but I'd go all through. I'm at the northwestern corner of Washington, so I'd have to go all the way through Washington and then halfway down through Oregon. And my friend is in South Oregon, I think. Yeah, because she's in what's it called? Grants Pass. Are you near? Is that below you? I guess so. I can go visit her. Okay. Yeah, that's okay. You don't have to. I can just be in my car, which is where I'd be anyway, wherever I'm going to be. I do have a tent now that I can put up. I was going to try to see if I can just rent a space in somebody's backyard or on their land somewhere where I won't bother them. Yeah, I know you can't. That's okay. Right, it's in Central Oregon, right? I don't know what that means. Right, I figured that. Okay, well, I'll just email you and we'll finish talking then. Okay, so remember, guys, if you want to ask a question, put it in caps. Put a question mark in the front of it or behind it and just put it in caps so my eye will go to it. I'll know it's a question. Mm. Well, I used to live in Phoenix where it's really hot and dry. I lived there for 3 years. I don't know how I'd manage that because it was just too hot for me. And then it was too cold in northern Idaho for me. So I need it to be just right. I have to have the Goldilocks seal of approval. Hey, Pete. Thank you. Oh, okay. Come on, you guys. Don't be fucking around. What did you make to eat, Pete? I just had a bowl of bean soup, navy bean soup I made from scratch, which I can't eat anymore. It was the end of that. So hopefully these will start clearing up now that I am changing my diet again. Thank you. Hmm. I wonder if I'd like the all beef sausages because I won't eat pork. But who knows? They say don't you don't want to know what's in the sausage or don't watch them make it. But if you make them yourself, then it's a different story. I'm not e-begging. Oh, that's good. Turkey burgers. I don't even eat chicken and turkey anymore. I don't know. I might if I knew where it came from, like if it was local, I would probably eat it, but I won't buy anything from the store and I don't eat pork no matter where it comes from. Okay, Aaron, have a good night. Sleep well. Drink lots of good water. Yeah, I used to like duck. I haven't had it in a long time, but I get duck eggs. And today I had a couple of scrambled eggs with sour cream. And I used some sour cream in my bean soup because I had to use up stuff. Like I had ice cream to use up because I can't store all this dairy and keep it refrigerated now. Oh, that's good. I wish I could do that, but I can't do rebounding. I'm lucky I can walk, let alone jump and dance and anything. Yeah, it's good for your just movement at all. Ariel and me are gonna do some videos about exercising. Ariel's like awesome with his exercise. What he could do, he can do headstands. I don't mean shoulder stands. I mean headstands with no. He's not even using his arms, just his head. Just it's crazy. Yeah, lymphatic drainage. Yeah, that would be just reversing your body upside down. I have a bunch of those exercise balls, but I also have shoot, I can't think of them Pilates machines, which are quite expensive. They're in my storage unit, so I don't know if I'll ever use them again. Yeah, send me some. No, I can't have ayahuasca because it's like it's a lectin. I have to do a low lectin diet, and I can't have beans or legumes like peanuts beans, lentils. I was just sprouting mung beans to make sprouts, which probably would have been okay, but they wouldn't even, for some reason, wouldn't sprout. And then I can't have I can't have any nightshades, no tomatoes, no potatoes. I can have yams or sweet potatoes, but not white potatoes, which I love. I can't have, what else is in the nightshades? Oh, no peppers. That means I can't do my, what do you call it? The cayenne that I love so much in my morning drink, my morning lemonade. So I just been using like mulling spices and thrown in cloves, little cloves of clove. Yeah, that would be strengthen your core for sure. I don't know what that is. Who's this tutu bear? You're a purple belt. What does that mean? Purple belt. Is that a real thing? Is there such a thing as a purple belt? I thought it was black belt, brown belt, white belt. I never heard of purple belt. I think he's just doing something. I don't know what that is. Barney? Are you Barney the bear? My daughter used to love that. Purple people later. Ah, a leather belt. I got a leather belt. I got a lot of belts, but not. I never took any. I guess the only martial arts I ever took, I guess, was just not even anything really intense. Like I just did Hapkido or something. But it was good exercise. I'd like, I should probably do more stuff like Tai Chi. Well, I used to always do yoga, but I haven't been able to do it because of my hand, because I can't put any weight on my wrist or my ankle. So I can't, like, I used to do sun salutations every day, and that incorporates like 12 different asanas. You go through 12 positions as you go, down into downward dog, and then you go back up. And so you exercise every muscle in your body. So that's the kind of stuff that me and Ariel are going to do. Ariel's more hardcore, and I'm more of a dancer. Um, so we'll see how that goes. But he has some good videos you can watch. I don't know what that is. Yeah, I use my Ray key. Everybody has a Ray. Shh. It's all about intent. Ray, your Ray coming out. Ki means chi or energy, your Ray energy that you can send to other people. How many muscles are there? There's 206 bones in your body. I forget how many muscles there are. Here's what, who knows what this muscle is? It's your kissing muscle. It's your bicularis oris. And then the muscle around your eye is called your bicularis oculi. And this is your zygomatic muscle, your cheek muscle. Hi, Dick. Yeah, we could. How do you want to do it? Whoa. Sorry. Dropping everything here. Okay, how do you want to do it? Do you want to lead it? Go ahead, you can do it. Andromeda, you want to do it? Yeah, when you're pure of heart and your intent is just love and the best. I even send Reiki to Owen and people who have done me wrong. I try to still, like this one guy that just threatened my life. He literally said he was going to cut my head off. I was trying to be nice to him, and he just kept getting triggered everything I say because he's got a mommy issue that he hasn't dealt with, and he thinks his ex-wife sent me to do something to him. He's just, I don't know. I think they got to him. Okay, we got Pack in the house. Yo, yo, yo. Let's go. We're gonna do it. No, we won't do the Communist International Anthem, I don't think. Who's a mastard? Wouldn't be me. What, where I live? Where I'm at right now? It's 20. It might be about that. It's on a half an acre. It's an old house. It was built in 1892, which I don't mind, but you can see it's all got wood paneling, which I would paint if it was me, because wood paneling looks cool painted, like pale colors and stuff. It's probably close to 3,000 square feet here. It's pretty big. It's got like she rents out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different rooms. There's 3 of us here right now, and I'm leaving tomorrow. So in the 528 hertz is the love frequency. No, this isn't a cabin. This is a house. I'm just renting a room here, and I can't afford to stay here anymore. I would have to give all the money I have just to stay here for another 2 weeks, and I can't do that. I'm actually sleeping out in a tent anyway. I'm not even using the room really. I'm using it for this, and I still have, my clothes in the drawers and stuff I'm going to be taking out. But I stopped to, bury Gracie, so I didn't get everything done today that I had hoped to do, but I got a lot done. But, I had some setbacks again, so, and now I just thought I would take a break and come on live because I wasn't really that emotional, I don't think, but I was sad, and I wasn't all boo-hooing and crying, but I was just missing her. But I felt like Gracie just flew away to the heavens. She's out of that body that was causing her to suffer. Okay, the fitted's here. Let's get the party started. And the first thing he shows is a needle. I don't drink. I don't do needles. I don't do cigarettes. I don't drink wine. I don't drink beer. I don't drink alcohol. And I don't take pills. I do smoke weed, though. I'll get that. My weed. Okay. It's warming up. And I put in some clove essential oil into this diffuser with the flour. And it has to get warmed up a little bit. Okay, so I'll take a few deep breaths before I hit on this. Yeah, animals just are really attracted to me, I think, more than most people anyway. Okay, it's ready to roll. Ooh, I put a lot of clove in here. So I'm getting that more than I'm getting the flour. Woo! That is so strong. Create a vacuum in the testing moment. What is the testing moment? In the resting moment after the exhaustion? Oh, resting. I see. Okay. Yeah, I'd probably get drunk if I had a beer because I never drink it, so probably would really affect me. And could you imagine if I had like whiskey or alcohol? Like I used to have brandy, like cognac, but I used it only to make tinctures, or I would have it at night to take my essential oils in just like a half of a shot glass, and even that would make me woozy. Well, that's weird that you said frankincense because that's what I wanted to anoint Gracie's grave with. I even said that to Carolyn, but I don't think she heard me. I just felt like frankincense would be the type of oil for some reason. I just felt that would be good. Aw, too bad. What are you doing, Fitted? You put up all those things. Are you doing all of them? You're drinking beer and alcohol and whiskey and shooting up and smoking cigarettes and everything, man. You must be fucking flat out on the floor then. Maybe that's why he's not here in the chat anymore. All alcohol does suck. Alcohol is the worst drug, and they promote it since the 1800s when that agenda first came on board to get people to dumb them down because then they're not responsive, their motor skills are all, their thinking and everything is just slowed down, and then that's what they want. They want people not to be able to think or react or do anything. Just keep them under control. You know, they don't call it spirits for nothing. They can actually that's when demons can come into your body because you have no control over it. Yeah, they offered frankincense and myrrh, which I usually have those both. Exactly. Hi, Melanie. Yes, my little Gracie died. Yep, I'm on the cannibalism. How many people look that up? Yep, that's what I use it for, just for tonics and tinctures to as a carrier to transport it into your system. I know. I'm just teasing you, Fitted. Gracie is the cat that loved me so much. When I came here, like, how long's it been? Like 2 months now, I guess, almost. And the cat just took to me, and she just came up and slept with me and laid with me and just was with me all the time. And even when I wasn't here, she was laying on my bed. And then she actually came out into the tent. She kind of stayed away for a little while because I think she was sick. And then she came in the tent. And then after that, I realized she was really dying for a few days. And then last night, I knew she wasn't going to make it through the night. And she died around midnight. And we just buried her outside. Hey, Ariel! How you doing? What do you say? Much love to all you. What is he? What do you call it? Human existence peoples? I was telling him about you, Ariel, about your exercising and your headstands and stuff. B is greater than bear. Yeah. You guys know Ariel, right? That's who I was saying that he loves the animals and he collects them up off the highway and takes them off the road. Is this a different Teddy Spaghetti? Hi. There was another. Who was the other one that was on? Narcissistic steam blower device. What's that? Are you talking about vape pens? Vape pens are not good. I put everything in here myself. I know what goes in here. I mean, I don't really know the quality of the weed, but it's I get the kind without pesticides. I get the top shelf one that costs a little bit more because it's got no pesticides in it, but almost every other one does. There's only 2 brands in the whole dispensary that doesn't have isn't doesn't use the pesticides. He doesn't do a handstand, he does a headstand. Don't you, Ariel? I think you sent me a picture, but I don't know where it went. I tried to look for it. Where he's just on his head. He's not using his hands at all. It's not a shoulder stand or a handstand. It's a headstand. That's like one of the hardest possible things you can do in yoga. Okay, well, there was another one that looked earlier that was on that was a different one, Teddy. I don't know who it was. This one is not a vape pen. Those vape pens are dangerous. They got chemicals and everything in them. This is just a vaporizer. And you load it into this little, there's a little glass insert in there with hole, and this part gets hot. There's like the battery gets warm and it heats it. I have it set on 333 degrees. And then I put a little bit of essential oil in on top of the flour. And then I get both. So I'm getting the cannabism, and what I have right now in here is clove. Clove is the strongest essential oil, the most intense one. And then after that is thyme, red, white, thyme, whatever. And then after that is maybe oregano, like straight oregano. And I'm going to make my own oil of oregano. I'm going to, like, you know how they put it in the oil and you just keep mixing it up. Are you doing a handstand or a headstand? I thought it was a headstand. It looked like you weren't using your hand. Can you do it without any hands yet? A handstand on a skateboard? I guess so. It would be easier if you're on a skateboard, if you know how. Yeah, I don't know. I could have swore I saw you doing that, but maybe. Either way, it is impressive. I used to be able to do shoulder stands. Like I could do maybe if it's up against a wall, but on my own now I can't do that. I used to be able to, but not now. I did a lot of yoga in my time. Yeah, Dick, that's why you need a wall or something to lean against. And strong arms too. I'm still building up my arms. Not bad for 70 years old, huh, guys? And I haven't even been working out. I've been too banged up from that fall I took. So I haven't even been exercising for the last, how long's that been since I did that? At least probably 2.5 weeks now. Yeah. Yeah, you can. Well, you can even put the whole sometimes I put in like whole cloves or oregano, dried flour oregano, like this the spice in here, and do that. So it's not quite the same, but the essential oil is concentrated, so you're really getting the essence of it, and the whole thing is really working on you. Yeah, I was telling them that you have good exercise videos, Ariel, so that's a link to which one? I don't know about bhakti yoga. How do you say that? Bhakti. Okay, well, happy birthday when it comes. Where does that, is that a more Indian, it looks like Sanskrit or something. Yeah, like, well, Ariel, you know that. Like, we both like to combine the different forms of exercise with yoga, with resistance training, but not using a bunch of machines and props or anything. Maybe the most would be like hand weights, like to give you a little more resistance when you're doing whatever. But just all you need is a wall and a floor to get the resistance you need. Or you could even use a table to do like stretches like a dancer. Like I'm a dancer, so you can make a ballet bar out of any surface counter. You don't need an actual bar like that ballet dancers would use. And then you just get it to your, like, so that your leg is parallel to the floor according to your own height. And then you lean into it and bend forward or however and do stretches like that. So you're using the tabletop or the counter sink or whatever it is as your resistance to hold your leg up while you bend forward or sideways and stretch the rest of your body. Well, I wish I could go mountain biking. Okay. You're putting on so much weight. Well, that's the more you need to do it then. You have to work with your injuries. Don't just stop because you're injured. I mean I was really injured, but I'm not going to stop. And I try to do whatever my body allows me to do. Right now I can't do anything that puts weight on my wrist or my left ankle. So I'm doing other things that are at least stretching. Even if you do it laying in bed, you could do so many things that like to strengthen and stretch. Do what your body allows you to do. Don't just give up on it totally. Yeah? Okay, sorry. Being too loud. Have to tone it down. You're watching the gymnastic now. It's really dark in here. I'll have to check that out, Andromeda. The Olympics are on right now? Yeah, those strong, super sexy, strong women might be guys. Dude. I was gonna leave a comment on your video about Leonardo DiCaprio being a girl, but I didn't want to ruin your video. Ariel? Oh, he'll give you inspiration, all right. He inspires me to exercise more. Yoga's not satanic. It depends on how you use it. If you're using it in a satanic way, yes, then it is. Is that what you would do? That's not what I do. So I wouldn't call it that. You can call it that if you want. Maybe that's what you do. Just like they say Reiki is witchcraft and everything. They want you to think it's bad so you won't do it. You'll run away from it. Yeah, that's what I do. I started video. If you see some of my other videos, I was taking pictures at the kids' little playground, and I was on the monkey bars. I mean, I wasn't videotaping myself, but I just showed where I went, and I was climbing up the jungle gym and the wall, the climbing wall and stuff like that, just to exercise all these different muscles. Yeah, are you familiar with this area, Dick? Oh no, you got hurt? Jeez. Too bad. I'm sorry to hear that, Fitted. Oh. I don't know. I never watch TV or anything, so I don't really know. I don't. Okay, so what's wrong with using your own Kundalini? You don't have to worship no serpent. That's your own energy going through your body, and you can control that. There is nothing evil about that. It's more evil maybe to ignore your own energy. Unless you got evil energy going on, and then that's a different story. But not everybody's like that. You're kind of out in your own self there in a way, right? I mean, we all know where our heart is, what our intent is, if it's pure or not. Now, if your intent is not pure and it's evil and you're practicing some ritual that satanic roots or whatever, then, but if you're not doing that and your intent is not going in that direction, how is that bad? Yeah, I was doing that Andromeda using my own EMP, like trying to counter the frequencies with my own energy. It is not. Yeah. Well, even there's people that don't necessarily use yoga to even lead up into meditation, which it can be used for that. And, but it stretches all your whole muscles without, like most exercise systems, protocols, or whatever you want to call them, can injure your body. Where yoga is gentle, it's moving, it's flowing, you're working with your energies and your body is fluid, and it's less likely to get injured than going to a gym and exercising on a bunch of hard metal machines. People will go, they won't go out for a walk in nature, but yet they'll drive their car over to the gym, drive around and around the block, trying to find a close parking spot so they don't have to walk as far, then get in there, and then sometimes even put a mask on and exercise with a mask on, running on the treadmill, rather than when you could have just walked and saved the money for what you pay to have a gym membership. People think backwards. Maybe it is for you. I don't know what you're saying. I don't know what you said there. I missed it. Well, that could be true, liquid evident. Maybe that's why they do it, but that doesn't mean everybody's doing it for that reason. That's why I'm saying it all depends on your intent, on your purity of heart. We are gods and goddesses. Yeah, it's about going within, and they don't want us going in. They want to just tell us what to do, what to think, how to behave, and not think for ourselves and not have control over our own lives and our own destinies and our own energy. And meanwhile they're energy harvesting all our energy through all kind of ways. I mean, the most obvious ways are through all the centers where people gather and have like a lot of energy going on, whether it's like football games or any kind of sports games, concerts, church, where everybody's just, yeah, just building that energy, and then they just suck it off of us somehow. I don't know how they're doing it, but they do it. I know they do. I mean, I can't tell you exactly how they siphon it. Does anybody know? Right, Ariel, that's true. Yeah, I know aren't they, there are smart people here. Ariel's saying that I was trying to tell him that there's a lot of good people that are coming on that are, of a higher consciousness, talking about things until somebody starts talking, like making fun of me about my abandoned cats and all that kind of nonsense. But I don't even think they're here anymore. Saved by Gracie. Gracie's in the ground now. Yep, that's what they do. They feed off the loosh. Yeah, that's why you don't want to ejaculate, guys, or save your fluid. You said that the other day, Ariel. And then he's on there doing it. So you Reverend make a buck. Yeah, these reverends or whatever they're called. I'm actually a minister. I have a minister's license. You know that, guys. I can marry people. I have an actual certificate that says Reverend Katanya Rain, and it has, I'm a minister and whatever. It doesn't mean that much to me. My teacher's degree in cosmetology means more to me than that. I'm not putting you down. I'm just teasing you. Go ahead and explain it, Dick, please. I mean, I understand what they're doing, but I don't know how they're doing it. So if you can explain it, please go ahead. Are you going to do it? Let me see if I can write it here. You going to say it? I don't know. I think he was just being trolling and stuff, because that's not evil, but that's what the powers that be are saying this, And people that parrot this back are just showing that they are under the spell and they bought into the lie and don't want to discover their self or anything about their own energy that they can use. I was telling him, Ariel, about using my Ray, like everyone has. Reiki, Ray Chi, Ray energy. That's using your energy too. Is that evil? They're saying that Reiki's evil too. But I do it with the purest of intent. My, love and good, just good energy. Not really. Well, they do in a way because my name is based on I'm a number 6, and they both of my names are 6. I changed it to that, and my whole life changed after I changed my name. I mean, I was still Kat. My name was Catherine, but I changed my first name and my last name because I wanted to have no connection with the man that I was told was my father, who is not my father, that molested me and stuff, and I didn't want any association with him, so I just got rid of the whole name. And I love the rain, so I changed it to that, and that's a 6. Okay. I don't know if there's any left in here. I'm just getting all the clove, but that helps me to sleep. So, did he leave? What happened? Oh, there he is. Okay, here he goes. A narc is attacked constantly with feelings of worthlessness. Said narc only receives a break from the entity when they raise your ire negatively. Ionization of the blood occurs, making extraction. How do they extract it though? But how do they actually do the extracting is what I want to know. I mean, I understand all this. That's sort of the what they do. I want to know the how. How do they extract it? Other people want to know too, Dick, so please carry on. Explain the extraction process. They get you when you're in your base chakras, like your lower chakras, below your waist. And then you're in a lower consciousness, a lower vibration. Well, you don't have to listen, Teddy. Other people want to hear this, so you can leave if you don't want to listen. Okay, the blood ionizing makes it possible. Jesus said, be of good cheer. Give them nothing. Starve the goddamn parasite. Is that what Jesus said? Did he say it like that? Okay, so how are they? Okay, explain how they're ionizing the blood. And I know, like I've been telling people, just be happy, be laughing, be silly, just be a goofball, just make a fool out of yourself, just laugh and just carry on and just have fun. They hate it. They don't want us having fun. They don't want us laughing and having a good time. They want everybody sad and angry and frustrated and mad at each other and fighting. And then they get their duper's delight when they see everybody fight. Okay, so through the ether, how? How are they physically doing it? Or is this just a spiritual thing you're saying? I know there's spirits all around us. Oh, that blue thing went away, but look at it, it's over there now. So what is causing that? It wasn't there or the day before yesterday. But here's the blue orb thing here again, guys. Can you see this blue orb? They talk about that in the Anastasia books, in the Ringing Cedars of Russia. The blue orb that is around her all the time. It helps her when she needs help, but she usually says, no, I can do it on my own. So it doesn't feel like negative anything. Yep, laughter does. They can't handle us with our lightness and our brightness and our happiness. That's the best way to ward off any evil spirits. Just laugh. Yeah, I work with a. Let me see if this will come on. Here, watch this. Let me see if it changes this. Can you see this? This is actually green light. This is a green. I have a color lamp here. Let me see what color. See if you can change. I'm still following you, Dick, to see if what you're saying. Okay. Now let's see what color this is. Can you see this color? This is a color lamp, and I'm projecting the colors onto my body. You use warm colors for cold conditions, and you use cool colors for hot conditions. Like if you have a fever, you would put a cool color in there. You always start with green because it's the color of balance. It's in the, center there. Okay, I have the blue light on me, but I'm going to put a different color on and see what it shows up now. Okay. Whoa. Okay, here's purple. This is purple now. I have a friend in Canada that makes these lamps. Okay, this is a purple-like color on me. And then I could put red indigo on. Okay, I'll just leave that on for a little bit. Okay, now. Okay, Ariel's starting to talk about astrology here, spiritual. So you're saying it like it is spiritual, but so we can't really describe the mechanisms of how they extract the loosh. All there is light and colors. We should be able to hear colors like you do if you're on, tripping on LSD or something. Ariel, you know what loosh is. The energy they harvest from people, especially, mainly through negative vibrations, anger, frustration, jealousy, greed, all those lower things. But also they can do it, if they're doing it at concerts and football games when people are generally happy, they're still giving off energy and somehow collecting this energy. That's what we were talking about. Collecting the energy from people. It's the energy harvesting. The loosh is the actual what they're harvesting, the feelings and the energy. Yeah, and I have a bunch of salt lamps too, Andromeda, that they put negative ions into the air, and the salt filters the air. They're air purifiers, and they supply light, a little bit of heat, depending on what size bulb you have in there, but not a whole lot of heat. But then they also have ambiance because they're a pretty glowing color. There's one. There's one back there. Is you can see it. See that back there? That's a salt lamp. Back there. That's a salt lamp you see glowing next to the bed. Can you see it? Um, Andromeda, can you read? Can you read people's auras? Like see the colors yourself? Can you see other people's colors? What are you saying has many names, Dick? I think I missed something there. Are you calling? Is that what the Lucias you're talking about? Because Ariel's talking about Luce, but I don't know if that's what you're still talking about. Yeah, yeah. I called it that before when I've talked to you, so I thought you knew what it meant. To lick your own aura? Let's see if I can see mine. I don't know. Mine seems fairly faint light, but I can't really see in here because I'm in the dark and I don't know. Sort of yellowish, it seems. Yeah, but if people are unaware that they're giving up their energy to this machine, to this energy harvesting that they're doing, um, if they're constantly giving it up, I mean, you want to generate it to your own good, not to somebody else's that is not so good. Okay, that's all right. Yeah, it's time for everyone to start going within or just recognizing how powerful we are. We are gods and goddesses. We need to remember that. Oh, lick the salt lamp. Yeah, they're salty, all right. Jabber falling out of spirit loose co-create. Jabbered falling out. I don't know what that means, but I don't think, Dick, I don't think there's that many people myself. I mean, they're little gods maybe, but I don't believe there's 7 billion people. I think it's half of whatever they say. So if they've been saying it's like 8 or 9 billion. So I don't think it's more than 4. I can't make sense of that sentence though. Yeah, but how do you know they're not doing that, Melanie, already? How do you know they're not harvesting it? We don't know what they're doing. I try not to like cry or get upset or frustrated. I mean, not that I never do, I do, but I try to turn it around. Like maybe in the past I might have been crying over Gracie, but I was smiling on her and just imagine her just flying away into the heavens and not being sad for her. I said my goodbyes and that I loved her and she's loved and we'll miss her. But I didn't turn it into, and then the other lady that's here, she's like, oh my God, Gracie, Gracie. And poor Gracie's trying to die. And she's like, Gracie, Gracie, like making her try to, like, how selfish is that? I mean, we try to stay on top of it and like make the best of it and try to not give away our energy. Just try to be conscious of it all the time, what we are doing, how we're, if we're allowing things to get us depressed or get us to fight with each other, because that's what they can do. They did that with me and my daughter. I saw it happening. And we were able to recognize it and stop it before it got to, any further or something. Because some people might end up killing somebody over that or something. That's what they want. They want everybody killing each other. What do you think the Civil War was? World War I, World War II. They get all the people come together and fight each other so they don't have to kill us. People got to get this thing about the war. They are inciting that. They get people, they draft people. I don't know how they can get away with drafting people. But I don't know. I'd like to talk to some real patriots and let them tell me what they did in the war, or people who've been in the service, what their service actually consisted of. Were they guarding poppy fields, or were they actually out shooting another human being? You know, either way, it's fucked up. So I want to ask, because when I wanted to do that one day, I was in a restaurant. Somebody came over and said, "Oh, I want to thank you for your service," and they said, "Thank you." A lot of vets won't even do that anymore. That's like they don't even want to hear thank you for what they did because they are ashamed of what they did. A lot of them. That's why I want to talk to people who really know. Yeah, I know they are overestimating it. They blow everything out of proportion. So why would they be telling the truth about how many people are in the world? They want everybody to think it's crowded and worse than it is, so people can feel bad. They love it for everybody to feel bad. So try not to feel bad. Yep, it takes a lot of open hearts. And most people are too, well, you sound like an empath, Andromeda, but, and I know um, Ariel is too. And, but a lot of people are so selfish. Not to say other people on here aren't. I don't really know you that well to know um, if you are or not. I think Melanie is too. Maybe most of you are here. Because I don't think people would want to listen to me that aren't. You can see that when they come on and just want to create a scene, you know. Oh, like the guy, the last stream I did, the guy that came on that started put, Niger with everything, like, and as soon as I said nigger, it just dispelled it. It lost all it. He wanted a reaction from everybody. I said, oh yeah, he said he's trying to say nigger, and just ignored him and didn't even make an issue out of it. And it just deflated his balloon. He had no more power to keep doing that with because it was already, the spell was broken. They try to get you to react to that. And if you don't react to it, say, oh yeah, you're talking about that, huh? And you just say the word and then it's gone. And I don't think black people would be mad at me for saying that. I don't know if anybody here is, or not. If we have any black people here. But I bet you they'll start coming too. I bet you I start getting more black. I don't know if there's anybody in here that is right now, but I bet they would agree with me. You know, if somebody started coming on calling us a cracker or whatever because we're white, and it's, yeah, oh yeah, I eat crackers all the time, and then you just like pretend like you don't get what they're saying, and then it doesn't work on you, and then they just get frustrated and just leave. Streetlights timed for maximum congestion. Oh, I see. Makes dummies think we're overpopulated. Yeah, actually, the streetlights too are weapons, not just in that respect, but also it has the blue beam LED lights in it. They used to be incandescent. They used to be more yellow. Now you see they're blue. And the new cars have the blue lights coming right at you. I have to cover my eyes. You're not black. You're just saying that. You're high yellow. I'm like very white. I'm like pink. I'm super, super pale. Oh, my friend from Africa that I said was so black, he's black as coal. He tried to call me today, but I didn't have time to take his call. And he has to, it's so hard for him. Spends all his money, not his money, somebody gives him credit, like he can call me. And, but I would have had to have time to spend with him, and I didn't, so I'll have to call him back. You're so black, you're purple. Okay. Oh, we were just talking about what colors we are, Melanie. I'm pale, pale, pale. Pink, I guess. Pale white. I'm more like ivory. Did Ariel leave? Because he's light brown. Ariel is oh, he's gonna hate me. He's Hispanic. I'm trying to remember if he's Cuban. I forget. Oh, okay, Ariel. What are you again? I forgot. No, I'm not calling you a nigga. I'm trying to remember what nationality you are. If it's Cuban Or it's not Puerto Rican. Tell your dad I said hi. Well, that's good. I need to get a pair of those glasses just to be for the screen, even. Your olive oil? Where's my olive? South American. So there's a lot of countries in South America, though. Could be Chile, Brazil. Cuba. Okay, so I was right. So we all have different colors. We all have different amounts of pigmentation in our skin, melanin. So how does that make us different? It's like the difference between somebody having blonde hair and somebody having black hair or brown hair or red hair. That doesn't make us anything. What is the difference between the color of your skin or the color of your hair or the color of your eyes? How does that make you different as a human being compared to anybody else? See how they made this into a racist thing? There's only one race, the human race. And we're all just a bunch of different colors, different color hair, eyes, skin, clothes, whatever. We're not different species. Yeah, but yeah, they mean something different, sure. And there's also culture. I think the biggest thing would be cultural differences. It's not the color of our skin, it's the culture that we've grown up in. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, indigo, violet. Well, yeah, when you start talking bloodlines, that's a different story there. Different skin colors you talking about, or just colors in general? Because yeah, the spectrums would be different for anything of color, whether it's a person or an object or a plant. Well, why don't you explain that, Ariel, more clearly? What can a white person versus a black person, um, how would their powers of access be different? Explain it for the class, please. There are no other races. There's only one race. So you're saying black people are dark people, like darkness, like evil darkness? That doesn't compute with me. So they have more access to the sun codes? I am white and German. I am white and German and English and Irish and Czechoslovakian and German. My father's name was Stang. So he's the father I didn't know I had until I was older. There is no space. Maybe. Okay, Ariel's saying the darker the shades, the galactic mind. The whiter the shades, the more in this solar system matrix they are, generally speaking. Okay, so position an incandescent light, which this is, but it's, okay, what are you saying to shine from behind me towards the screen at what angle? So you don't see the bulb. Blocks LED without everything being on. Okay, so let me shut this one off. Put an incandescent light behind me towards the screen. I don't know how to do that. Like this. Well, would it have to be the bulb directly? I don't know how to get it to position it. My water with my vitamin C and my magnesium citrate, which is actually helping me to sleep, guys. The last few nights I was able to not be awake as long as I usually am, like 2 or 3 hours. I'd wake every couple hours, I'd wake up, and then I'm awake for an hour or two. So I was able to, I still woke up, but I was able to get back to sleep a lot faster. So that's a good thing. I think Teddy Spaghetti is fake. Yeah, especially when you think about the black man being nobility and they're trying to keep them suppressed. Yeah, that's why the black people have more melanin in their body. So like my friend wants me to come to Africa. Could you imagine me going to West Africa as white as I am, and I I don't think I could survive it. I don't know that I could survive the heat for one thing, but I don't know about the sun. And they say people that aren't used to it would get sick. Like if he came here, he'd probably do better than me being there, but he might get cold, and it's a different kind of climate here. It's way out of his realm of what he's used to. What hurt your feelings? What? Because I said you were fake? With aw. Oh, good. Well, I don't know. I had my magnesium glycinate, but this is supposed to be better. I think well, it actually is better because I'm actually sleeping. Okay, Dick, thanks for coming by. Enjoy your dinner and your shower. Don't have too much fun in there. Save it. Who? I don't worship anybody. I honor black people, though. And a lot of white people are just fucked up, man. They really are. Black people know more than a lot of white people, I'll tell you that. Yeah, and it is good for leg cramps, all kind of muscle cramps, magnesium, whether it's glycinate or citrate. You don't want to have magnesium oxide though. That's basically rust. Sleep well, Dick. See you next time. Oh, Brianna's on too. I didn't even see. When did you come on, hon? Isn't it late there? Isn't it like two in the morning or something there, Brianna? Yeah, next time you come on, Dick, tell us more. You guys are really good. I like that you're like sharing back and forth with each other, and we're all like putting our thoughts into different things and coming up with different ideas and solutions. That's what we need to do. They don't want us doing this. They don't want us talking to each other. They just want us talking nonsense and stupid shit that doesn't mean anything. Like a lot of people are focused on gematria and all these different psyops and things that got people, looking in the wrong direction and not even trying to find any solutions. And I'm all about solutions and trying to help people to grow and see things and understand what's going on and, make the most of their life. Oh, it's 7:45 in the morning. Yikes. Pete is where, Seth? You were on the East Coast, Pete, right? Where are you? Are you in Florida? I think Dick's in Florida. Well, if it's nitric oxide being released, that's like pushing out toxins. When you breathe, that's why wearing a mask is so bad. You're breathing right into that thing, and you're breathing out that's like your exhaust system of your car. It's literally shit coming out your mouth, breathing out to expel all these toxins, and then it gets trapped into a piece of paper or fabric or whatever, and then you breathe it right back in. That's what they want. So, Ariel, why don't you tell people then how to unbind time? Yes, it is, Pete. Magnesium is a muscle relaxer, and just because you are relaxing your muscles, you are taking the tension and everything off your nerves, which results in your pain level going down. So it's an indirect kind of action. It could be direct too. Andromeda. Well, there's like 3 people here from Florida, so they're all in the wang, huh? Wang, wang. And she's in Michigan, so she's the palm. Oh, here's Chicken Tendies wants to talk about decrusting your pineal gland. Well, then you just start detoxing, fasting. I guess start with detoxing first because fasting's a little more, you have to have a mindset to do that. Most people can't just stop eating like that because they're addicted to food. I've been making my own distilled water, which is I've been doing using on my hair and my body because the water hair is so bad. So my hair is starting to get back what it was. I didn't do anything today. This is how it was when I woke up. So I didn't even do anything. But after this I'll probably go. I rinse my hair with the distilled water. I never shampoo my hair. I quit that like years ago. No shampoo, no soap. I don't use soap, shampoo, or conditioner, or any of that stuff. If I do, I make my own. Even toothpaste. Don't use toothpaste. It's got so much stuff in it. Not just the fluoride, which that's the biggest thing, but there's other stuff in there too you don't want. Yes, there is, Melanie. Because when people work together, it there's a natural flow of like a vacuum maybe that can pull in more information. And then, then you see somebody pop in that's a troll trying to break that flow. Now, whether they're doing it intentionally or if they're being paid to do it, if they're doing it of their own accord, then shame on them. I mean, if they're getting paid to do it, that's even worse, I guess. I mean, if they're doing it for free, just to fuck with people. You could sing anything, really. You could be singing swear words. It's the vibration that matters. I mean, not that words don't count. I mean, they do, but you know what I'm saying? Um, like, but I think what you're saying, Andromeda, is a sense of gratitude to express your gratitude by singing thank you, or you could pick any kind of word like a chant, but the singing has a lot to do. It probably keeps away evil spirits too. I don't. The only thing I would disagree with there is the raw foods. I don't think it's all that it's cracked up to be, but because some foods like a lot of the raw foods now are not even any good. And some foods like the high lectin foods that I have to avoid, but I'm learning that you can cook them and it lowers the lectins in it. So I don't know. I'm probably going to be, I mean, I still eat raw foods mostly. Like I eat a lot of coleslaw that I make and fruit salads. Um, and I put raw eggs into I make an eggnog. I use a couple of raw egg yolks and add it into cream, and I add some mushroom powder and then my essential oils. That's a carrier. I need the fat in there is a carrier. The fat and the cream. Yeah, all that stuff you're saying, Ariel, is the stuff I was trying to say to Brian, and he just got so triggered from me saying. I even sent him poetry. I was asking, what do you do to be creative? You know, do you sing? Do you paint? Do you and he does. I don't think he's so focused. He's so in his brain, and he's just so consumed by it all that he has no room for creativity. And then he's turning it against people, not just me. Other people have said it too. Where do you get your food, your living raw food from? Yeah, and to cook them is best to fermented. What are you saying about whiskey, Melanie? I don't do any grains at all. No grains. I can't do grains. That's part of this stuff here. I have. It's starting to clear up. Yeah, I don't the none of these systems, and I don't want to be part of any of it, and that's making it difficult for me to be in the world because of that. Right now, I don't think I can have any grains of any kind, fermented or otherwise. They have the best governor in Florida, do they? Do they, Ariel? Melanie, are you from Germany? The wild blueberries aren't here until next month in Washington, like up at Mount Rainier. You can go. Is it not Rainier? The other, I can't think of the name of it, but there's a place to go pick them. And I don't have. I'm not going to have a proper kitchen to do fermenting for. I'm going to be like living in my car again, starting tomorrow. So I won't have access to a kitchen and like a refrigerator to keep things cold or from spoiling. So I might start losing weight again. I hit like 130. Do you make your own yogurt? You know, all these politicians, in my opinion, are all actors. It doesn't, it's not like they can affect any real change just because they seem like good guys. And, you know, most of them are not even presenting as they truly are. You know, I've been saying this. Trump is a woman. Justin Trudeau is a woman. Kim Jong ain't hung. All these leaders are switched up. And nobody can see this. If your pineal gland was decrusted, you would see it. Your third eye would see it. Yeah, I need to get more avocados because that's got fat in it. I need the fat. That helps carry out the toxins too. I am. Are you in Germany, Melanie? Right? I am. Um, another different RV came on, Melanie. A different one for less money, but it's older. It's like an '89, so I don't know. And I might start heading south because I got an invitation to come down to Oregon, and I have another friend that's in southern Oregon, and so I might go to Central Oregon first, and then go down and see my other friend. Yeah, I don't. I get raw milk, but there's no raw goat's milk around that I have found yet, or I would be doing it. Yeah, well, it. And what do you think I'm even saying? I'm I'm saying this from what I see, not what I hear. You're saying as being proposed. I am not going by what is proposed. Somewhat, but this is my own thing, and I'm seeing it like more. It's way more than 50%. I can just look and see that it's not, and other people can't see it yet. Hmm. I don't know about the powdered milk because then it's more processed, and I'd rather have things that are less processed. Yeah, this is a stage, man. These are all actors. I mean, some of these presidents were actors already. I mean, Trump's an actor, Ronald Reagan, all these people, and people are just not seeing what I see, and you may not see it for years. Are you serious, Melanie? He doesn't sell raw milk. Are you making a joke out of Owen Benjamin selling raw goat milk? He doesn't do that unless he just started doing it. Because I was setting up in the stores in Sandpoint, Idaho, so that Owen Benjamin could sell his milk through the stores, cow milk or goat milk, because they needed more because they ran out. I went to 2 different stores, main stores that sell raw milk, and one of them's a health food store, and the other one's like a regular market. But they did sell raw milk, and I talked to the people, Greg at Winterbridge, and then Paige at the heck's the name of that one? It's where I saw Amy in that grocery store. I tried to get it set up, and so I had it like lined up, but I needed to talk to him to get it, and he just too afraid to talk to me. Based on what, Ariel? Why do you think Trump is a man? Based on what? What male traits does he have? Because he wears a tie and a suit? How can you bypass those little tiny hands and his big fat ass? You're looking at a lesbian there. I don't know. I don't think I'd want powdered milk. Maybe if it was in a desperate situation where there's no other choice, but you think Owen did that? Or do you follow Owen Andromeda? He ain't no farmer. He doesn't have farmer's hands. He has soy boy hands. See, she even thinks he's a woman. Okay, what about Fauci? Fauci's a woman. Look at that little tiny head, that little skull with his little tiny ears, his little rat face. Then look at his wife's head. Huge. What are the odds that all these people, all these so-called leaders, have linebacker wives? These first ladies are not ladies. They're not. All the way back to Barbara Bush, who is supposed to be Aleister Crowley's offspring. Whiskey with a shot of heavy cream. I got a bunch of heavy cream, but I don't have any whiskey. Huh. Michelle Obama's a man, of course. Everybody knows that. This isn't just the politicians either. I mean, it's across the board. It's entertainers and celebrities of all kinds. All the if they're on a magazine cover, you know they're a tranny. If they're in Hollywood, 8 out of 10 people are going to be trannies. You can't be in Hollywood unless you are. See, even Pirate Pete knows they're inverted. Okay, I thought you were in Germany. Melanie, do you know Mila? He's in Germany. He talks about the nano. He's what RPM2, Mila RPM2, his channel name. No, you don't know what to look for, Ariel. You're up against at least five of my skill sets that I can see this. What are you basing it on? I'm giving you real evidence here. I'm a massage therapist. I'm a hairdresser, a barber. I know people's hairlines, their ears, their jaw lines. I have to know it for styling. You have to know this. I'm an artist. I've drawn many, many, many bodies. I've taken art classes, anatomy for artists, so we can learn. So tell me what yours is based on. You have to give me your credentials that you can say that they are. Why would you agree with the official narrative? You'll see. It's not about being ugly or anything. I never said any of them were ugly. I never, and we're not talking about ugliness. I'm talking about traits. Then you don't know what a man or a woman should look like because you're so programmed to think a woman should look like a man and a man should look like a woman. That's what they did to you. That's what they did to everybody. There's many pictures of Michael Obama's package that you could see it. You could see Lady Gaga's too when she got off that motorcycle. It just fell right out. All these people are. And the harder ones to see are the female to males, like Brad Pitt is a girl. Leonardo DiCaprio's a girl. They're all girls. I mean, some of them are admitting it, like Cher admitted she's a man. Jessica Alba admitted she was a man. A lot of these people admit it. So it's like not even hidden in plain, it's in plain sight. They're actually saying it. Because they are. I'm talking about the world stage. I'm not talking about people walking around in your neighborhood or anything like that. I'm talking about celebrities and politicians, the models. That's what Victoria's Secret is. What do you think that is? Why is it even called Victoria's Secret? And if they're on the cover of a magazine, then you know that they are flipped. They are trannies. You don't get on any of those magazine covers unless you are. It is a satanic agenda. Yeah, I'm thinking that a lot of them may be intersexed. Um, like what's his name? The producer that was in so much trouble for getting, for all his pedophilia and his raping of people. Can't even think of his name. Yeah, well, I have certain male characteristics. I'm not saying that. Um, I mean, I have a fairly large jaw for a woman, I think. Um, but usually the women you see with these big mouths, that's a masculine trait. A big dental palate is masculine. Look at Trump's little tiny mouth. That's a female mouth. That's a female palate. I wouldn't doubt Val Kilmer might be a woman. You know what? You know who they're saying is a woman? The Rock. Now look how big that creature is. And a lot of these old timers, like they take away all their props. Like Clint Eastwood. Take away his cigar, take away the hat, take away the boots, the guns, strip her down. That's a woman, and there's a little tiny body underneath all that cowboy looking shit. Yeah, I have a big mouth too. I'm not saying that men don't have women's traits and women's don't have men's traits, but you cannot change the bone structure. If they have shoulders this wide that can fit 3 heads on them, they are not female. I don't care what you say. They can be totally feminine or whatever. But if they, and then they have, like women have Q angles on their, they have hips and then their legs have a Q angle, which men have straight up and down. And they can't change that unless they break their legs and reset them somehow, maybe. The hardest ones are to tell are the female to male, I think. And it starts to show. It's harder to conceal it. And then they do stuff like to make you really think that they are like a woman that's a guy, and then they have their baby bumps. Why do they sell? How come there's so many companies making and selling these baby bumps at different stages? Like you just can't. And so then they do things like Angelina Jolie goes and tells the world she had her tits cut off, just in case. What woman would do that? If you're going to get your tits cut off because you have cancer or something, after you have it, she does it before she has anything. Because of testosterone and human growth hormone. They migrated to my jug. Yeah, but you don't have hips, Ariel. You don't have hips. If you had a big fat ass like Trump, I'd be questioning you. But you don't have that. How come? You don't have short arms. Well, maybe you're what do they call it? I forgot already. Intersex. Well, if you had scars, if you had, what it's called, like they have the top surgery, and you had scars underneath your nipples, I would question that. Why would you have scars there? You can see it on some of these people. Yeah, women have thicker legs than men, usually, because they have fat. They have more fat than men. And you can tell, like, men have tiny little hips. They don't have room for a baby to come out through there. Well, it's time for me to start getting off of here because it's almost 2.5 hours again. What do you attribute that to, Ariel? With the thick ass legs. What do you think's causing that? Lack of exercise? Okay, guys. I probably should get off here because I wanted to talk with my daughter. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get a hold of her again. She's in Canada. She lives in Vancouver. How do you describe a sexy woman, Ariel? Thanks for coming, Pete. Have a good night. I squat. I do a lot of squat and I pee a lot outside. All right, everyone. I'm going to get off now. And I don't know when I'll be back on till whenever I can find Wi-Fi to set up my laptop somewhere. Wherever. I don't know where I'm going to be. Um, I'll probably stay a couple days around here somewhere until I get figured out what I need to put in my car to survive, to whatever. Um, there's an actual RV or motorhome that's for sale right near where I'm at in Blaine. I sent an email to them to see, um, you know, if I could come and look at it because I think it's really close. It's only like maybe a few blocks away or something. So I don't really know, but I'll hopefully get an email back from them soon. And I don't know what if I can make any kind of a loan or something because the GoFundMe is not really going anywhere. And I don't know what else to do. But what are you asking? Okay, a sexy woman raised in a moral and good household and society takes care of themselves and believes in themselves and has goals. No thick thighs, though. I meant like physically. I know that too, but I mean, I know that's part of it. But I meant physical. How much is the RV? I think it was just under like 7,000 or something. I mean, it seemed like it's like in 1989. It's really old, so I don't know if it would have problems or what. Oh, can you actually hear it in the shower? Okay. Thank you too, Dick. Okay, good night, everyone. It was great having you all involved in helping to figure this crazy world out. So everyone have a good rest of your night, day, whatever it is, wherever you are. And so I'm sending my love out all around the world to y'all. Take care. Much love.